Hey guys, welcome to Heroes Watch, your weekly rotational guide to Heroes of the Storm. We missed last week due to Comic-Con, but we're back. Let's start off with going over some of the sales this week. Now, we did miss this last week. This was introduced in the shop. This is the Judgment Bundle. This is a bundle of things. It contains Uther, the Judgment Uther skin, which is a paladin costume from World of Warcraft. The Judgment Charger, which is a mount, all for $27.63. Also added was a complete Uther bundle, which includes the hero, the lumberjack, medic, judgment skin, and also the judgment charger for $42.22. Now this week on sale we have Blood Elf Tyrande skin for $6.47. I love this skin. I'm going to be using this from now on that it's on sale. We have our hero on sale, Chen Stormstout for $6.47, melee warrior. And his epic skin, the Warmaster Chen, for $4.87.
Well, hello.
Also, we do have a bonus sale for those in the American region, so Australia is included. We have the heroes that were used by Cloud9, the team that just won the American leg of the Road to BlizzCon tournaments, which is quite crazy. We have Jaina on sale for half price for $6.47. Sagara also on sale for $5.47.
How may I assist you?
On our second page, Muradin for crazy $2.47. Malfurion also is $2.47. And Tyrande, $5.47. Great prices, guys. If you are interested in playing these heroes, please pick these characters up while they are cheap. They're on sale for the full week. Now, with sales out of the way, let's look at our weekly rotational heroes this week. So, free heroes this week, we have Tyrande, Thrall, Tyrael, Muradin, Raynor. Our level 12 hero is Gazlowe, and our level 15 character is Kharazim. Some really cool heroes here. Can't wait to get into the builds, and let's have a look. Start off with, let's look at Kharazim, a melee support, difficulty medium to play. Very cool. Radiant Dash is his Q, Midi Mena 30, charge cooldown 12 seconds, jumps to an ally enemy, enemies are hit with the basic attack, that's his get in and get out. It holds 2 charges. So his W is the Breath of Heaven, Mana is 60, cooldown is 8 seconds, you heal by nearby heroes for 108, give them 10% movement speed, 3 seconds. E is his Deadly Reach, 50 mana, 10 second cooldown, next basic attack increases your attack speed and range, 100% for 2 seconds. Moving on to his heroics, we have firstly, 7-sided strike, 77 mana, 50 second cooldown. You become invulnerable, strike 7 times over 2 seconds. Each strike hits the highest health of the nearby heroes, 7% of the maximum health. If this hits one, it can probably kill them. Divine Palm is his second one, 50 mana, 60 second cooldown. Protects an ally hero from death, causing them to be healed for 500 if they take fatal damage in the next 3 seconds. You can tell though, a spinning hand does go around them, so teams can get around it. Pick your trait is crazy. You choose between Transcendence, Iron Fist, and Insight from the Talents panel. This basically allows you to choose how you want to build Kharazim. Let's get into the talent choices and see how that plays out. Okay, so at level 1 you can see we have a few choices here for our trait. Transcendence. Every third basic attack heals lowest nearby ally for 160. Iron Fists. Every third basic attack deals 100% bonus damage. Or Insight. Every third basic attack restores 16 mana. Now we're going to be going for a main support healing role here, so we're going to be choosing Transcendence as our first trait. On to our second choice talent, so at level 4, we're going to be choosing Protective Shield here. Now this is, you activate this to give a shield to an ally, got a 60 second cooldown, they take 15% of their maximum health for 5 seconds as a shield. Very great for our build here. At level 7, we're going to be taking Echo of Heaven. So Breath of Heaven heals a second time, 2 seconds later for 50%. At level 10, we're going to be taking Divine Palm. So this protects an allied hero from death, causing them to be healed for 2500 if they take fatal damage in the next 3 seconds. As I said, this does put the 1/1/1 hands around them, so a good team will see this and reach around it. At level 13, we're taking Fist of Fury. Increases Deadly Reach's duration by 50%. Now, for our level 16, we're going to be taking Circle of Hell Life. Increases Breath of Heaven's healing by 10% for each other hero in the cast range. More heroes we heal, the more healing we do, which is great. At level 20, we're going to be looking to take Storm Shield. 45-second cooldown. Activate to give all nearby allied heroes a shield for 20% of their maximum health for 3 seconds. Let's bring the bots on out, see what Kharazim does. Now Kharazim is a melee support healer. So as he does damage, he's going to be healing. This is his in. Here with his Q, that's his Deadly Reach attack. So he's going to be healing every third attack. So Deadly Reach is going to be sending off a lot of heals. So that ability there was his heroic. You saw the little spinning palms around him. There's a shield on him. Let's get away. So we jump to Malfurion here. Let's press Q. So that can be an out if we got nearby allies, or we can get in on the enemy like that.
An excellent heal.
Kharazim, a very cool character to play. I think he can be quite hard for newcomers, but don't let that phase you. Just get in there and have some brawling fun. Okay, so the next hero we're going to be looking at is Gazlowe. He's a melee specialist. Difficulty is medium to play. We'll look at see what he does. Q ability is a turret. 60 mana, 15-second cooldown, creates a turret, deals 30 damage, lasts for 30 seconds. Starts off with 2 charges, so you can throw down 2. Death Laser, 60 mana, 12-second cooldown, charge attack, deals 60 to 120 damage to enemies in a line. Damage rage increases the longer the ability's charge, reaching maximum power after 3 seconds. So you can press W again to cancel it quicker, and do some less damage than usual. Longer it goes, the more damage it does. Moving on to his E, Explodium Charge, 70 mana, 2-second cooldown, places a bomb, deals 65 damage to enemies within the target area after 2.5 seconds, stuns them also for 2 seconds. Can be a bit hard to place, do need to lead it a bit. Heroics is Robo Goblin, basic attack deals additional 150% damage to minions, mercenaries and structures, great for lane pushing. His second is Gravo Bomb, 3000, 100 mana, 110-second cooldown, 2-second delay, pulls enemies towards the center of the area and deals 150 damage. His trait is Salvager, so the destroyed enemy structures and turrets drop scrap. Collecting scrap restores 30 mana, causes abilities cooldowns to twice as fast for 3 seconds. You can activate this to dismantle a turret and turn it into scrap. Okay, so let's move on, have a look at the sort of build we're going to do, see what we can do. Now usually Gazlowe is sort of a push build, but we're going to go for a turret sort of team fighty build for this one. Our first talent, we're going to be choosing Break It Down. So scrap causes abilities to cooldown 3 times as fast for 3 seconds. More scrap, more cooldown, more abilities. Our second one, we're going to be choosing Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. So enemy minions, captured mercenaries, structures die near you have 15% chance to drop scrap. So we want scrap out the wazoo. On our next one, we'll be choosing Engine Gunk. So our rocket turrets now slow movement speed by 25% for 2 seconds. Very useful in a team fight. We can pop up turrets and have those slow those heroes down.
Choose a talent.
For our heroic, we are going to be choosing the Gravo Bomb. So 2-second delay pulls enemies towards the center of the area, deals 550 damage. This is going to be used in conjunction with our E. The next one, we're going to be choosing turret storage. So now we can have 3 turrets up from 2. 16, we're going to be choosing long range turrets. So our turret range increases by 40%. As you can see, this is the vision of them at the moment. Now let's take this. See, it's substantially larger, so we can get those slows out and damage during those team fights. Level 20, we're going to take this. Gravo Bomb radius increased by 25%, damage increased by 50%. So Gazlowe is quite a cool hero. He's very different. A little turret setup. Let's get some down here. Get one up here. Let's have a look at our bomb. See, the bomb comes down. 4-second timer. Boom. Now, what we did there was the gravity bomb. So that pulls everything into that area. You can combine it with the bomb for greatness. This big arrow here, that's our W. That's our death laser. Pick up that scrap. Get those cooldowns rocking. So when we pop out W for the first time, we'll get some turrets down first, of course. You can see that arrow is getting bigger and wider. So it does more damage, it has better range and width the longer it goes. There's that bomb again, big cooldown, can be quite hard to hit fast moving heroes. That's why we combine it with that gravity bomb. Gazlowe can be quite a hard hero to utilise well with a team. But don't be afraid to play him. As always, it's a free hero. Jump into quick match, have some fun. Hope this build helps you out. Moving on to our warrior hero, Muradin, the Mountain King, a melee warrior. Difficulty easy. Muradin's pretty damn cool. Got some very cool abilities. Stormbolt, 60 mana, 10-second cooldown. Throw a hammer, dealing 40 damage to the first enemy hit, and stunning it for 1.5 seconds. His W ability is Thunderclap, 50 mana, 8-second cooldown. 50 damage, slows enemies by 25% for 2.5 seconds. His E ability can be used to get in or out. It's Dwarf Toss, 70 mana, 12-second cooldown. It leaps to a target, dealing 30 damage to enemies on landing. Onto his heroic, we have the Avatar as our first one, 100 mana, 100-second cooldown, transforms for 20 seconds, gaining 320 health, causing your basic attacks to stun enemies. Very cool. Haymaker is second, 80 mana, stuns target enemy hero, winds up punch, dealing 300 damage, knocking the target back, hitting enemy in the way for 75 damage, and knocking them aside. Not so useful as the Avatar. Second Wind is his trait, restores 12 health per second when you have not taken damage for 4 seconds. When below 40% health, increase to 24 health per second. Very cool. Let's have a look at the build, shall we? We're going to be running a Dwarf Brawler, so it's sort of like, it's a CC orientated build. So for our level 1, we're going to be taking Reverberation. So enemies hit by Thunderclap have their attack speed reduced by 50% for 3 seconds. Very handy when they're wailing on us. At level 4, we're going to be choosing Thunderburn. Thunderclap leaves a zone on the ground, explodes after 2 seconds, does 105 damage, applies a 25% slow for 2.5 seconds. So we've got the slowdown attacks, now we're going to slow down the heroes that are trying to escape or get to us. For our level 7, we're choosing Battle Momentum. So as you can see, Thunderclap's got those 2 tweaks on them now. It becomes very awesome. Level 7, we're choosing Battle Momentum. Basic attacks reduce ability cooldowns by 0.5 seconds. We want to be spamming those abilities, getting those Thunderclaps off. Level 10, we're choosing Avatar. Much more useful in this build than the Haymaker. Allows us to be very tanky and stunning. Level 13, we're going to be choosing Thunderstrike. Thunderclap deals 300% damage if only one target is hit. Very great for initiating, especially against on 1v1 there. At level 16, we're going to be choosing Stoneform. Activate to heal 50% of your maximum health over 8 seconds. Imposing Presence can be used either, but Stoneform I feel is a better choice. Second Wind is disabled during this time though, so keep that in mind. Doesn't stack. At level 20, we're going to be choosing Hardened Shield. 60-second cooldown. Activate to reduce damage taken by 75% for 4 seconds. Very useful in this big brawly build we have. So let's get these minions on and get some dwarf brawling going. We use our Dwarf Toss ability to jump in on Arthas here. Here we go. Boom. Thunderclap. And then the stun with the hammer. That's his heroic here. We use the Avatar. As you can see, every hit is stunning Arthas momentarily, which is great. Avatar is quite powerful. Muradin is an extremely fun character to play and not too difficult either, so he's a great starting point. Plus, Avatar just looks damn bad. Let's move on to our next hero, Tyrael, melee warrior, difficulty medium. Archangel of Justice, one of my favourite characters, one of the most characters I was excited about playing this. Q is Eldruin's Might, 55 mana, 12-second cooldown, 60 damage to enemies hit within target area, slowing them by 25%. You can reactivate and it will teleport you to the blade and slow enemies again by 25%. It can be used to get in and out, quite handy indeed. W, Righteousness, 65 mana, 12-second cooldown, shields you for 200 damage to nearby allies for 80 damage for 4 seconds. E is Smite, 50 mana, 7-second cooldown. It puts a target down on the ground for 75 damage. Allies moving through this gain 25% increased movement speed for 2 seconds. Can be used in attack and to get away. Heroic is Judgment, 100 mana, 80 seconds cooldown. After 0.75 seconds, you charge an enemy hero, do 60 damage, stun them for 1.5 seconds. You also knock the enemies around them away, and they take 30 damage. His second heroic here is Sanctification. 75 mana, 70 second cooldown. After 0.5 seconds, you create a field of holy energy, makes allied heroes invulnerable. This last 3 seconds can be used to make some crazy plays as well. For Tyrael's trait, he does have a unique one, which is Archangel's Wrath. When you die, you become invulnerable and you explode for 200 damage after 3.5 seconds. You become sort of an infused holy light, floating around, you can move, and then you explode, boom. Okay, so for this build, we're going to be doing sort of a hybrid tank support role. Tyrael's great at annoying people, some of the best mobility, he's great. Let's start with the Regen Master. Collecting regeneration glows permanently increases health regen by 1.5 per second. Secondly, for our level 4, we're going to be choosing Amplified Healing. Increases regen effects and all healing received by 30%. This rolls really well with our Regen Master. Level 7, we're choosing Battle Momentum. Basic attacks reduce ability cooldowns by 0.5 seconds. Again, we're going to be wanting to be spamming sort of things like Eldruin's Might, Righteousness, our Smite. So we want these cooldowns reduced with our basic attacks. We're going to be choosing for our level 10, Judgment, as a hard initiator. So this is the one that charges and deals damage and knocks enemies away and stuns. Level 13, we're choosing Angelic Absorption. Enemies attack you while you're shielded, grant 60 health over 3 seconds. This does work with our Amplified Healing. So we're going to be getting some pretty crazy healing off of this if we're getting wailed on by one person.
Choose a talent.
For level 16, we're choosing Salvation. Now, this gives you a 25% stronger shield for each allied hero that gets shielded. So more heroes around you, the better the shielding. So this becomes crazy. We're going to be choosing Hardened Shield for our level 20 at cooldown of 60 seconds. Activate to reduce 75% of damage for 4 seconds. Let's have a look at Tyrael's toolset here, shall we? See them in motion. So this is Eldruin's Might. Pop it down, slows. That big bar at the bottom, you can press Q at any time before it runs out to warp in here. That's our shield ability there. This one here on the ground is Smite, so let's pop that down there. That does damage over time, also gives it that movement speed when we go through it. Let's have a look at our heroic, shall we? Arthas is going to start taking damage here. Oh, but well, look, our healing for our shield, but he's trying to get away. Let's pop our Judgment, shall we? Boom. Stun off. Very nice there. Can be used as an awesome initiating attack. Pop that down. Let's get some speed out of there. So that's Tyrael, a very fun mobility guy. He slows and his regen is crazy. Playing with Tyrael is really knowing the limits of your heroes in your team, but he can be a great fun and annoying hero in quick match. Next on the chopping block we have Thrall, War Chief of the Horde. Melee Assassin, difficulty medium. Chain Lightning is his first ability, 40 mana, 1 second cooldown, deals 50 damage to an enemy and half that amount to 2 nearby enemies. His W, we have Feral Spirit, 60 mana, 12 second cooldown, sends out a Feral Spirit, deals 35 damage to enemies in its path. When it hits an enemy hero, the wolf stops and roots that in place for 1 second, so that's Thrall's stun. Wind Fury, 65 mana, 12 seconds, increases your movement speed by 30% for 4 seconds. Your next 3 basic attacks occur 100% faster. We're going to be basing this build around this ability, by the way, guys. Sundering is his heroic, 75 mana, 70 second cooldown. Short delay, sunders the earth in a long line, dealing 160 damage, shoving enemies aside, stunning them for 1.5 seconds. Earthquake is our second one, 90 mana, 60 second cooldown. Summons a massive earthquake that periodically slows enemies in the area by 70%, lasts for 10 seconds. Now, Thrall's trait is Frostwolf Resilience. Dealing damage with abilities grants 1 stack of Frostwolf Resilience. At 5 stacks, you are instantly healed for 60 health. Very interesting trait there. Let's have a look at the build, shall we?
You understand,
Okay, so the Frostwolf Resilience is the trait. As you can see, this little Frostwolf held down here, that's where you see the charges. So after that gains the 5 charges, you get some health back. Pretty cool. So we're going to be basing this around Wind Fury, this build, and our Frostwolf healing. We're picking Block as our first talent. Reduces damage from hero basic attacks by 50%. Stores up to 2 charges. Give us a bit more safety with this. For our second talent at level 4, we're choosing Envenom. 60 second cooldown. Poison enemy hero, dealing 778 damage over 10 seconds. This will give us some more burst. We're going to be choosing Wind Shear as a level 7. Reduces cooldown of Wind Fury by 4 seconds. So at the moment it's 12 seconds. Drop that down to 8.
Talent.
Pretty damn good. Sundering, we're going to pick as our heroic. This is the one that does the stuns, pushes all the enemies to the side. We're going to be choosing Grace of Air for level 13. Wind Fury attacks grant twice as many stacks of Frost Wolves for resilience. Get that healing rolling pretty hardcore there.
Choose a talent.
16, we're going to be choosing Tempest Fury. Final Strike of Wind Fury hits 3 times for 75% normal damage. And at level 20, we're going to be choosing Bolt of the Storm. Thrall doesn't really have an escape at the moment, so we sort of need Bolt of the Storm to get out of there. Nexus Blades is also viable, but I prefer the Bolt just to get out of those hairy situations or into a team fight quicker. So let's have a look at this. Here comes the Frost Wolf, that's our stun, gets him rooted there. There's the Chain Lightning ability, let's hit E, that's our Wind Fury attack there. As you can see, our Frost Wolf charges keep building up as we use abilities. That was the heroic there. So let's have a look, let's go beat on this tower, see this Wind Fury in action. So look at the healing going to start coming off after this. Get our Wolf out. Wind Fury is our main source of healing. As you can see, it's pretty sustaining there against Arthas. Now he is a tank, so his damage isn't the greatest. And there's the Bottle of Storm to get out. So that's Thrall. Very fun assassin, very unique attacks. Next up we have Raynor, ranged assassin. Difficulty of easy. Very cool, very easy character to get into. Let's go over his abilities, hey? So Q, penetrating round, mana 60, cooldown 1 second, deals 85 damage and knocks enemies back. Pretty simple. W, inspire, mana 40, cooldown 10 seconds. You gain 30% bonus attack speed for 6 seconds. Nearby allies gain half of the bonus. Very good for creeps and taking mercenary camps. Adrenaline Rush, cooldown 40 seconds, automatically activates to heal for 160 when you are below 30% health. Very clutch. It's also great for new players because it just kicks you. Ultra is Hyperion, mana 100, cooldown 100 seconds, auto Hyperion to make a strafing run, dealing 25 damage a second, hitting up to 4 enemies. Also fires mana cannon, structures 300 damage, lasts 12 seconds. Pretty good. Raynor's Radars, mana 100, cooldown 80 seconds. Summon 2 stealth banshees, attack an enemy. Each banshee deals 16 damage a second, lasts 22 seconds. Can reactivate the ability to retarget the banshee. I prefer Hyperion, especially in quick match. His trait is Advanced Optics. Basic attack range is 20% further than other ranged heroes. See 10% further than other heroes. Okay, let's have a look at Raynor's build, shall we? We're going to be going for a pretty damage heavy build with this. So first off, we're going to be looking at Seasoned Marksman. So this, for every 6 enemy, minion or captured mercenary kills near you, you gain 1 basic attack damage. Hero takedowns count as 3 minion kills. So I'm going to take that. Farm a lot of creeps early on, soak that XP. Secondly, we're going to be taking Focused Attack. Periodically empower basic attacks against heroes. So every 10 seconds, basic attack does 75% additional damage. Basic attack reduces this cooldown by 1 second. For our level 7, we're going to be taking Revolution Overdrive. So you gain 10% movement speed while affected by Inspire. Increase the bonus by 5% for each allied hero when Inspire is cast. The more heroes we hit with that, the faster we go. Very good, giving Raynor a bit of utility to get out of trouble. Level 10, we're going to be taking Hyperion. I find Hyperion works a lot better in quick match because it causes people to scatter more and it can do a ton of damage to structures. For our level 13, we're going to be taking Giant Killer. So basic attacks against enemy heroes deal bonus damage equal to 1.5% of the hero's max health. And following up, we're going to be Executioner as well. Basic attacks deal 40% more damage against slowed, rooted, or stunned targets. For our last 20 talent, we're going to be Nexus Fury. Increases attack speed by 20% and attack range by 20%. So now we're pretty much a hard gunning machine.
Sounds like a plan.
Inspire the minions there, you can see increased movement speed. That's Raynor's Q with the penetrating round with the knockback. As you can see, he's firing really quickly. The damage just goes on super hard.
Excellent.
With Nexus Fury, he's also able to stay out of the range of the towers, so he was able to really just pummel them from distance without getting hit. Let's get the heroic out, shall we? So, as you can see, the big arrows, the Hyperion. Quite a huge target there. People see that and freak out and just split and run off in all directions. It can cause great confusion in a team fight. Cool, that's Raynor. So let's head on to our last hero, shall we? Our last hero is Tyrande. Now, Tyrande is a ranged support, difficulty of medium. She can be really good if utilised correctly. Let's have a look at her abilities. Q ability, Light of a Loon. Heal yourself for 60 if cast on an ally, also heals them for 120 health. Mana 45, cooldown of 8 seconds. Pretty good. Heal your friends, heal you. W is Sentinel, mana 65, cooldown 18 seconds. Send an owl that travels across the battleground, revealing its path. Deals 60 damage to the first enemy hero hit, reveals them for 5 seconds. This is awesome. You can just send it out and scope out the battlefield. If you think you're going to hit someone at a distance, I've seen some crazy, really long shot kills. Lunar Flare, mana 60, cooldown 12 seconds, short delay, deal 90 damage and stun enemies in target area for 1 second. Pretty straightforward there. Her heroic is Starfall, mana 100, cooldown 100 seconds, deal 20 damage per second, slows enemy by 20% in area, lasts for 8 seconds. Shadowstalk is the second ability, mana 75, 70 second cooldown, stealth you and all your allied heroes for 8 seconds, reveal all enemy heroes for 3 seconds. Can be very interesting if used in the right place. Her trait is Hunter's Mark. It's got a cooldown of 20 seconds, makes an enemy vulnerable, increasing all damage taken by 25%, revealing them for 4 seconds. Cannot be used on structures. This is crazy early game, guys. Getting a vulnerability that early makes for some big damage. Let's take a look at this build. This is going to be a slash DPS sort of support build. Firstly, we're going to take Ranger's Mark. Lowers the cooldown of Hunter's Mark by 8 seconds. So this was 20 seconds. Now it's 12 seconds. That's a great early game talent, guys. So for our second ability, at level 4, we're taking Protective Shield. To activate, shield an allied hero 50% of the max health for 5 seconds. With our heal, give him a bit of protection. We're going to be taking Battle Momentum. Basic attacks reduce ability cooldowns by 5 seconds. We want to be shielding and healing as much as possible. And then at level 10, we'll be taking our Starfall talent. 140 damage per second, slow enemies at 20% in an area.
Oh, generous offering.
See, this is the area here it goes. As you can see, it is quite large. That's a big area, and it happens very quickly, so those slows come out really quick. For our 13, we will be taking Overflowing Light. When you are above 50% health, Light of Loons, allied healers increase by 35%. More health you have, better heals you do for your allies. Really good. At level 16, we will be taking Shooting Star. Lunar Flare deals 50% more damage, refunds all mana if you hit an enemy hero. Lunar Flare, yeah, not going to be taking any mana anymore. No problem. At 20, we will be taking Rewind. Cooldown of 60 seconds, activate to reset cooldowns of your basic abilities.
A great blessing.
I love Rewind, it's a great talent. So all of our standard abilities except for our heroic. Oh, look at that Sentinel. There we go. Oh, we hit Arthas. Cool. So that flies across the map until it hits something. So that's our Lunar Flare. As you can see, there's a stun there. Pop out our ulti on him. There we go. And the vulnerability.
I thank you, healer.
So as you can see, Tyrande is
Next
a
time,
great
run faster.
hero. She may not be the most powerful,
Yes, of course.
but her utility, shielding, vision, and her vulnerability is crazy. Those are the 7 free heroes for this week and the sales. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As usual, subscribe, give us a like, follow us on Twitter. I hope you have a great week in the Nexus. Happy brawling, heroes.
Let us make haste.